Welcome to The Lift with Sheila Robinson Kiss. Come on in. There's always a special place set aside for you here where you can relax, kick up your heels, pour yourself a nice, refreshing drink, and prepare to be lifted and soar. Thanks so much, everyone, and welcome back. Always nice to connect with you. Today we're going to tackle the issue of overthinking. It's a problem for a lot of people, overanalysis. And if you are overthinking, it probably means you're doing something else unintended. You're underliving because you have a lot of focus, energy going into a direction that's not giving you anything back. So I want to deal with this head on today, and I'm reminded of a conversation I had with a young lady some time ago, 33 years old, had spent tons and tons of money on books, deep analysis programs, and her question was, what's wrong with me? I'm not married, I haven't met this person, and on and on and on. And I had known her for some time, and I just felt very confident in asking her. I could have let this rumination keep going, but I said, have you ever thought that you just haven't met the person yet? Have you ever thought about that? This woman was accomplished, kind, had a lot going for herself, lovely person, but this deep analysis had spiraled her into a problem that she created and manifested herself, which was depression and anxiety. So a lot of times the analysis, everything is fine, there's a simple answer, but you just want it to be so profound and so much deeper than it is. You just go to places, unknown, foreign, mythical places in your mind, and you run into problems. So we have to really challenge ourselves and look out for that. Another story for you: man in his mid-50s, had been working with him for just a short while, and he gave me his complete history. His father had been very abusive with him, verbally, physically, just some really sick, demented things. And here again, years and years of analysis, layers and layers of just trying to go deep with it, trying to figure out, what happened, what's seeking these answers. And the answer really, I remember just sharing with him, your father, you've spent so much time in your life trying to understand this. And the man was simply dark. He was just a dark soul. Just like some people come, have you met these people? They're just lovely, light, warm. You want to be with them. They're yummy. Why don't we want to analyze that? Why do we want to analyze them? But this darkness comes to us and we just want to pick it apart. He just wasn't a good person. He was a bad man. There's no other fancy answers that are going to pop out. So the overanalysis, if you think about how much time this can take away and eat up your life. And I don't want to spend too much time in this video analyzing overanalysis. I want to jump right into the strategies of how do you stop. If you just want to stop this over indulgence of issues that aren't going to get you anywhere, I'm going to give you three things that you can start doing now. And people tell me all the time, Sheila, I love your videos. It's a delight for my heart to hear that. I'm so glad, because what I'm sharing in the style that I share, you really can't get it anywhere else. I'm bringing you the spiritual, I bring you the psychological, I bring you the implementation part. So continue to tune in, because my singular goal is just to boost your life, make it better and better. So strategy number one to get a handle on this overanalysis and rumination is to prepare. See, know yourself. To thine own self be true. That means know yourself. When you know yourself, you can start making some plans and preparing. So step number one is to prepare for your spirals. You know how your head works. So you start preparing for it so you don't just go willy-nilly. And if you're preparing for your mental spirals, you can stop and say, you know what? You know what? I overanalyze, and I want you to imagine that when it's starting, you know how on the street you see those signs that say dead end? This is a dead end. It's not going anywhere. I want you to just smack that sign right in your brain, large, when it starts. And there's something you just don't want to analyze anymore. It's a dead end. And you say to yourself, not going down this dead end highway. Change the subject mentally. Okay, so prepare. Don't lie to yourself. Jump in front of it. I'm not going to do this time. I'm not going to do this today. Second step, notice the bliss. Notice the bliss of the unburdened mind. Have you ever had a moment in time where something that used to bother you a lot, it comes in your mind, you say, wow, I haven't thought about that situation or this person in forever. In those moments, notice the bliss. Wow, you haven't been in my mind. Let me banish you back to the cornfields. Notice how good it feels to be in a positive frame of mind, to be walking, and notice the flowers. The unburdened mind is the light mind. It's the mind that allies with you. It doesn't tear against you. So notice the bliss of the unburdened mind. Even if you only catch it in little pockets, say, oh, yes, this is what I like. This is what I want more of. Stop and talk to yourself. So just like you condition a child who does a good job, start conditioning yourself, programming yourself. Yes, this is where we want to go. This is what I want more of. Number 3 is, this is my favorite strategy, is to take a protective stance. Please start taking a protective stance over your mind. Just because a thought knocks on the door of your mind, it doesn't mean you have to let it in and have dinners, snacks, invite it to stay over. You know, hello, I hear someone knocking, but you ain't coming in. This is the attitude you have to have. Just because you catch a whiff of something doesn't mean you need to start cooking it up in your kitchen. You can know mentally, yeah, you know, that's knocking, that's in the backdrop. Just because I'm having this thought doesn't mean I'm going to take 3 hours out of my day to think on it. So again, it's a protective stance of your mind. I have come to view my mind over the years. This took time. See, we cultivate our life. We cultivate ourselves. I've come to view my mind as a sanctuary. It's a God-given sanctuary. I do not want filth, negativity to pollute my mind. It's hard enough just dealing with life. I was with a friend of mine the other day, and, you know, God bless her, love her dearly, but she started talking some off-the-wall stuff, negativity. I'm like, I can't change it. Change the topic. This is a dead end. I don't want that going through my filter. So we've got to take a protective stance, because what you allow into the innards of your spirit and your mind really can start to dominate the landscape of your life. And I want to say a sidebar, because I know some of you are thinking, Sheila, I like it, I like what you're saying, but I can't even control my mind. I'm very sensitive to this phenomena. It's affecting more and more people. I'm going to be doing some more videos about this. A lot of that is spiritual. They're psychic attacks. It's negativity, dark influences, degradation. But what I want to say to you, I understand that at times the mind can feel like the wild, wild west. I get it. But the more you get in tune with awareness and noticing and really validating the fact inside of yourself that the intention, whatever, doesn't matter what is going on in your mind or personality issues, things swirling around, the intention of the soul supersedes everything else. So when it gets really bad and these spirals are coming, I want you to go straight into the intention of your soul. What is your intention? Your greatest intention to be loving? Is your greatest intention to be helpful? Hopefully it's all positive things. Go into the greatest intention of your soul. Sit there, and the more you do it, you're going to see your thoughts calm, your spirit calm. You can also, see, we don't call in the reinforcements enough. You can also call on the beloved Holy Spirit, your angels. You can say, come in here. Come into this space of my heart and soul. I'm open to your calm, to your love, to your guidance, and you're going to get a lift and you're going to get the calm. See, we have to call on the reinforcements. That is what they are there for. So again, overanalysis leads to life paralysis. I don't want that. I don't want that for anyone. So I hope you take these tips and strategies, run with them, my friend. Until next time, thank you.